So coming to the ADC licensing. So Citrix offers a wide range of product editions and licensing model for MPX and VPX appliance to meet the organization needs. So basically they have 3 editions. One is standard and another one is advanced and another one is premium. So based on the functionality, they have segregated let's say standard edition might have some features which is we compared to advanced, they may have more features, and premium they have the all the features. For example, let's say I will give you an example. As I told you, web application firewall, so that is only available in premium edition. It is not available in advanced or standard edition. So there are other features such as I believe GSLB, that is also not available in standard. That is only available in advanced and premium. So you can go to the Citrix portal. So there you can do the comparison. So they have a very beautiful article, so which says what all the features is available in Citrix Netscaler editions, standard, advanced, or premium. Okay, so this is the edition, and then we have a license. So what all the types of license Citrix MPX and VPX is having? The first one is perpetual and subscription. So I think perpetual they stopped now. Perpetual is nothing but once you get the license, it is for you forever. So you just need to renew the SA, which is a support and software resistance yearly. Okay, I think now they stopped. They moved to subscription. So now it is working in a subscription model. Okay, and then we have a vCPU and bandwidth. So you can also get the license based on the vCPU you allocate on your ADC, and also for the bandwidth, which is called pooled capacity license. So I will discuss about pooled capacity license in detail in the next slide. And third one is on-prem and cloud. So on-prem is nothing but the perpetual and subscription, which I already explained. The cloud means in the cloud you can either get take your own license, or you can use the marketplace license. What is marketplace license? It is nothing but, for example, let's say I'm going to deploy my Netscaler in the cloud. Okay, AWS or Azure. So you go to the Netscaler marketplace, which is nothing but just consider it is a Play Store in your mobile, right? So in Azure they have something called marketplace. For example, I'm going to the Azure portal over here. So here you're going to search. This is nothing but a marketplace. So for example, let's say I'm going to search Netscaler. Okay, Citrix Netscaler or Citrix ADC. Yeah, see, let's say if you wanted to deploy Citrix Netscaler in Microsoft Azure, so you go to the marketplace and so you can deploy this one from the marketplace. Okay, so when you deploy your marketplace, so you have an option. Okay, so either you can use the license comes with this, or you can use your own license. Let's say in the on-prem you have purchased some license, you have already have the license, but you wanted to use the same license in the cloud. So then you can go with the option called bring your own license. So if you select this option, right, you're not going to pay anything for the license. Only you're going to pay for the CPU, RAM, whatever you consume on the Azure. Okay. However, if you select other options, for example, I'm going to select VPX Premium Edition 3000 Mbps, then you're going to pay for the license also in the cloud. So this is hourly license. It will it will get charged. So you can check the billing level accordingly. Okay. So this is nothing but how you can deploy your ADCs on the cloud, as I mentioned here. So cloud is nothing but how you are going to deploy, how you are going to manage your license on the cloud. As I told, either you can take your own license to the cloud, or you can use the license available in the cloud, but it will be charged separately. And then we have Citrix ADC VPX Express license. This is a demo license that you can use for your trial purpose, etc. But it comes with some limitation. Not all features are enabled, such as your GSLB or WAF. All these features are not available. Only some basic features such as load balancing, SSL offloading, all those features are available. So you can do your test and development, testing, or if you wanted to learn more about Netscaler, etc., then you can go with the VPX Express edition. So that will help you, to do all those things. Okay. So as I mentioned in between, there is something called pool license. So nowadays, most of the customer are going with the pool license. So that is the reason I included this slide. So what is pooled license? Okay. So as per the statement, the Citrix ADC pooled capacity allows you to share bandwidth or instance license across different ADCs. So what is the meaning of this one? For example, let's go here. Consider a scenario where you have production, non-prod, and test and development. You have an application here, and you have application over here and also here. So you wanted to load balance these applications. What you will do, you will deploy a VPX or MPX if it is a heavy application. Similarly, you will deploy your VPX or MPX, and same goes to. Okay. For example, let's say this application is processing data, or the throughput may be somewhere around 5 Gbps. This may be some 3 Gbps. Test and development may be 2 Gbps. So accordingly, you will buy your license, right? So you go to Citrix and you will tell that I have an application which is approximately 5 Gbps. So you can go with the VPX 3. You can go with the VPX 3000, which will support up to. You can go with VPX 5000, or you can go with the MPX 5000 model. So it will support up to 5 Gbps. So now you bought a license which is 5 Gbps throughput. Similarly, here you will buy a VPX 3000, so which will support up to 3 Gbps. And here you have a license 2 Gbps. So total you have 5, 3, 10. So in your data center, you have a license 10 Gbps. Okay. Now consider after some time, you are not seeing much traffic here in the non-prod. Okay. Maybe you decommissioned this server, so you're not you don't require any Netscaler or load balancing over here, because you have decommissioned this application and you no need to do any load balancing for this. Now you already procured 3 Gbps. It will go waste, okay, unless and until you deploy another application in this infrastructure. Maybe let's say if you are not planning to deploy, then this license may go waste, these 3 Gbps. This is one scenario. Consider another scenario. In your production, you have 5 Gbps, right? Maybe let's say some festival season is coming and you are an e-commerce customer, e-commerce, you are holding a e-commerce site. For example, Flipkart. In Flipkart, if it is a if it is a festival season, then you may see a increased traffic on the website because of the shopping, etc. So that time the traffic may go from 5 Gbps to 6, 7, 8, whatever. For example, 8 Gbps. So, however, capacity you have only 5 Gbps. So ultimately you will have an issue. So otherwise, what you have to do, you go to Citrix and you tell that, okay, I need to increase my bandwidth. So they will procure the new license, and it will take time. It is not like a one-day job, right? It may take 2 weeks or months, not months. It may take weeks to get a new license. However, even if you get a new license also, for example, 8 Gbps. So this increased traffic only for the certain level or certain period. For example, festival, maybe it will last for only 1 week. So after that, you may come back to your 5 Gbps itself. In that scenario, 8 Gbps out of 8 Gbps, again 3 Gbps won't be utilized for the remaining period of time. So you cannot, you don't have the flexibility to increase or decrease as per your requirement. Instead of, either you have to buy the higher license which will support the higher capacity, but it will go waste in the other another seasons, etc. So in order to overcome all this scenario, Citrix comes with something called pooled license. So pooled license is nothing but you are not going into locally to your Netscaler. Okay. So earlier you binded the license to the MPX or VPX individually. Now what you're going to do is now let's Citrix before you go buy a license. So you'll think, okay, how much bandwidth my entire ADC requires. So in this case, for example, let's say 5, 3 to 10 Gbps you require, right? So you go to the Citrix and you will tell the Citrix vendor that I need a 10 Gbps pool license. So they will give a pool license. So now you have the license, right? So there is something called Citrix ADM. Okay, application delivery management. It is also previously known as Citrix NMAS. Okay, so those who doesn't know Citrix ADM, it is just another um, product from Netscaler which will do monitoring, etc., etc. Okay, just imagine, or sorry, just assume those things for ADM. So now you get the license, 10 Gbps license, and you will assign that license to the ADM. So now the ADM is having the 10 Gbps license. From your VPX, you will connect to your ADM. Okay. So while connecting, you will mention that this Netscaler will take 5 Gbps, and the second one it will take 3 Gbps, and third one it will take 2 Gbps. So you are going to configure this in the ADM. So for example, after some time, if you wanted to increase from 5 to 8, so you can easily do it as far as you have the bandwidth. Okay, for example, let's say you're going to decommission this complete infra, sorry, complete application. Then this 3 Gbps is not required, right? So you can release this. So now this 3 Gbps is free. This 3 Gbps you can allocate either to your production or to your test and development. So you can play around with the bandwidth. Okay, this is the beauty of pooled license. I hope it is clear for you guys. So pool license is nothing but you have a flexibility where you can increase or decrease the bandwidth of your Netscaler according to the requirement, as far as you have the 10 Gbps limit. Okay,